Hello, friends. How are you all? So, today I would like to discuss a very important aspect of my life. This is a very simple thing, but many of us don't tend to follow it. So, today, when I was waking up in the morning, I was actually thinking that how waking up early in the morning has helped me to actually take care of my life, to make it more systematic. Because previously, what would happen is I would get up really late. So I would get up around 9, sometimes 9:30 because I was never ever a morning person. Getting up early in the morning is quite a task for me, and it's very difficult for me to get up early in the morning and do stuff. So this is what I was until a few days ago. I would get up around 9:30 in the morning because getting that extra, time to sleep in the morning, that was kind of luxury for me. I would feel I would get up at 8:38, and then my snooze button would go to 8:30, then sometimes to 9, sometimes to 9:30. And believe me, the moment I would get up, that is if I would get up at 9:30 in the morning, I would not feel fresh because thinking of the amount of work that is piled up in front of me, I would get tired. I would wonder how I'll do everything, how I'm going to manage the rest of the day. So the moment I would get up from bed, I had to rush to kitchen. I knew I had to prepare breakfast, I had to prepare lunch, I had to feed my baby, I have to attend to my office. I mean, the moment I would get up, though I would get that extra hour to sleep, but somehow it would not make me feel fresh at all. It was making me feel more and more tired. Because every time I was getting up late, that thing of doing so many works, thinking that so much of work has piled up, it's already late and I have to rush. And believe me, friends, that pressure that I used to feel, while making breakfast and preparing for lunch, and then I knew that I had to feed my baby. I had to make her have breakfast, and small babies, they take a lot of time, man. So that is a big thing. You have to make her have her breakfast. And also, another thing for me is that I don't feel good until and unless my baby has proper breakfast. So I need to ensure that she has proper breakfast, her tummy is full, and that gives me a lot of peace. But what was happening is because I was getting up late, I had to give that time to my baby to finish her breakfast. I had to prepare breakfast. I had to prepare for lunch, and then I work from home, so I had to start working as well. So I was constantly dodging between work, housework, my baby, my office, and believe me, at the end of the day, I mean, towards afternoon, like 2 3 in the afternoon, I would already start feeling very, very tired. So much so that I would start feeling aches, backache, my legs would start paining, I would feel tired, and you know, I would start feeling loss of energy. I would start feeling loss of appetite. I would not even want to eat at times, I would not feel like having lunch. My appetite was decreasing. So, lot of things were happening. Physically, I was not feeling very, very well. I also talked with my doctor. I actually told him that I was not having enough energy to continue with my day. I was feeling very tired. I was also having a lot of pain. My legs, my back used to ache. So, this was me until a few days ago. I was constantly not feeling very well. I was always having loss of energy, loss of appetite, and I would feel a lot of pressure. I mean, as to the moment I would get up in the morning, I used to feel, lost because I would wonder what work is piled up, what all I have to do, how I have to complete everything. Also, sometimes what would happen is that I would need to attend to a meeting, or I would have, conference calls scheduled. So, what would happen is that I would sometimes skip my breakfast, because what I would do is I would quickly prepare breakfast, and my first criteria would be to feed my baby. I would feed her, and then I would immediately enter into the meeting or the call that was scheduled for the day. And I had to, there was no option, and I had to skip my breakfast. And because I used to do this quite often, it started affecting my health, because the whole entire morning I was not eating, and I would directly wait for lunch, and sometimes also it would get late. I would have late lunch, and in the morning, in between, maybe I would grab a biscuit or just a glass of juice or a glass of milk. So this was slowly affecting me a lot. I would sometimes experience gastritis problem towards the end of the day, and I was having aches and pains, as I told you. So this was going on and on and on, and every time I would think that tomorrow I will get up early and I will manage the day better, and I'll have my breakfast and I'll prepare food early. I would think that way, but the moment again the next day morning would come, I would again feel lethargic, and I would want to sleep another extra hour. So this was continuing. This was continuing every day, and I was continuously feeling unwell for days together. Till finally one day I decided that no, I have to change myself now. I mean, this is becoming too much. So what happened is, one fine morning, some good morning that is, I gave my alarm at around 5:30 in the morning, and I finally got up at 6. It was, and I'm telling you friends, this was so difficult. I mean, getting up at 5:36 in the morning, it was like the most difficult thing for me to do in my life. I mean, I am never a morning person. It is very difficult for me to get up early in the morning. But then I decided that day that I have to. I mean, I was not, I stopped snoozing that button in my alarm clock, and I finally got up. And believe me, when I got up at 6 o'clock, I gave the alarm at 5:30 in the morning, but I managed to get up finally at 6 after half an hour of tossing and turning. That finally I felt no, I have to get up today. So I got up at around 6 in the morning. The first thing was that immediate when I got up, I was feeling a little tired and drowsy, obviously, because I'm not at all used to getting up so early, and I was feeling like I've got up in the middle of the night. I was having that kind of a feeling initially. But then I had to pull myself out of the bed, and I went and stood in the balcony for some time. And believe me, friends, that morning air, it is so fresh. That breeze in the morning and that silence in the morning and everything. I felt so good, believe me. I felt really happy. I was feeling good, from inside. I was feeling calm and I was feeling good. I was enjoying that morning air. I was enjoying that serenity and calmness of the morning. So I felt good. So slowly I started, I did my uh, usual stuff, and brushing my teeth and all that. And then I went to the kitchen. I prepared the breakfast. I'm talking about the first day. So I was actually feeling that I have a lot of time and I have nothing to do. For the first time, I had this kind of a feeling, Usually what happens is when I get up around 9 in the morning, that I think that, oh God, I don't know what all I have to do throughout the day. But when I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I was feeling as if I have very less work to do and I have got up too early. I was getting that kind of a feeling. So, to begin with, I was not feeling that stress and pressure which I usually feel every morning when I get up late. So, I slowly prepared the breakfast. I had a lot of time that day. I slowly prepared the breakfast. I also started preparing for lunch before my baby had woken up. So I prepared the breakfast, and me and my husband, we had a proper breakfast that day. and we also had a lot of time to talk and discuss stuff. And then my baby was still sleeping while I was already in the kitchen preparing for my lunch. So halfway making the lunch, I make a very simple lunch in the morning. So by the time make some like rice, dal, some sabzi. So by the time my baby got up, I had already finished cooking half of it. So when she got up, I got a lot of time to sit with her to, make her have her breakfast. And I was not rushing through it. Like usually what I do is I skip my own breakfast and I quickly try to make her have her breakfast. And I'm always rushing. But that day I was not rushing through anything. I was sitting, in a comfortable way, making her have her breakfast. I was feeling good and relaxed. I was not feeling stressed. So my baby, she finished her breakfast, and then I completed my making my lunch, and I also made preparation for my dinner. Whatever I had to make, I made preparations for it. And then, I proceeded through the day. Started working. I work from home, so I started my office. So, what I found that on the very first day of waking up early in the morning is I felt quite relaxed. My morning went very calmly. Everything was done properly. Then I had my lunch. I did not feel that very loss of appetite and very, very tired. I was not feeling that. Though I had woken up early and I didn't sleep those extra 2 hours. But in spite of it, I was not feeling tired. I was not feeling, very, very lethargic. Rather, I was feeling quite calm and relaxed. So this was the first day I woke up early. So what I experienced was that this is really, beneficial. So from that day onwards till date, that is, it has been around 3 weeks now that I am doing this. So for the last 3 weeks, I'm trying to get up between 6:30. I cannot get up at 5:30. I have tried that. I've tried to get up at 5:30 in the morning, but unfortunately, I have not yet reached that stage of getting up in the five at 5:30 in the morning. Maybe I will try and be successful soon. But now I'm getting up between 6:30 in the morning, but I'm positively doing that. I'm getting up between 6:30, and I'm trying my best to get up by 6. So because now what I've started is that when I'm getting up at around 6 in the morning, I'm trying to do some meditation. Because since I was feeling so much, I was feeling a lot of ache and pains in my body. I was having a lot of body ache previously. Even now I'm having, but less. So I'm trying to do a little meditation in the morning, and meditation is also helping a lot. It helps to calm your mind. It gives a lot of positive energy to throughout the day, and your mind is kind of sorted. I don't know, but each time I'm doing meditation, some days I'm not able to do, but most of the days I'm trying to do it. And when I'm doing meditation early in the morning, I'm feeling quite sorted throughout the day. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling calm. So I think meditation is a wonderful way to begin your day with. So I'm doing that. Another thing that I've added to my morning routine is that I've added meditation. And then after that, I'm doing starting my daily chores, that is preparing for breakfast and lunch. I'm also, making preparations for dinner. Also, the rest of the I'm having my own breakfast and which I used to skip previously. So now I make it a point to have at least some breakfast in the morning. So now what I feel is the last 3 weeks, what I have personally experienced is that once you start developing the habit of rising early in the morning, you feel much more relaxed. You become more proactive. You have the stamina to go on for the rest of the day. You feel much more calm. Like it is a complete contrast to the habit that I had previously, though. So what I have seen is that though I used to sleep more previously, I used to sleep maybe extra 2 hours, but that helped me no way, because even though I was sleeping that much, but still I was feeling stressed, I was feeling so much of pressure, I was feeling unwell. But now that I'm getting up early in the morning, it has made a lot of difference. It is, throughout the day, I'm feeling calm and relaxed. My daily chores are done in an organized way. I'm more proactive. And most importantly, I'm having much more time in hand to do other activities. I'm having more time to play with my baby, because previously what would happen is this that I had to again make dinner, because I was not able to make proper lunch. I would just make some little bit of lunch, and then I had to make a proper dinner again in the evening. But now what is happening is, since I'm getting up early, so I'm making proper lunch and I'm able to make dinner as well. I mean, I'm making more. Maybe if I'm making two sabzis, I'm making one sabzi a little more so that I can also have it for dinner. I'm making a proper dal, rice, roti, whatever. So, whatever I'm doing, I'm making it in a systematic way in the morning itself, so that in the evening I do not have to spend much time in the kitchen. So, this way, what is happening is I'm getting more time to play with my baby. Devoting more time on her. So that way she is happy, I am happy. I'm devoting much more time to my family, because the evenings, rather than going and cooking in the kitchen and feeling tired and lethargic, that I have to again go through the ordeal of cooking. Now that I am not having that part, I'm feeling much more relaxed. I'm having much more time to devote to my family, my baby, my husband. So this is making me feel good, it's making me feel good and happy and relaxed, that I know that okay, and the evenings I'm free and I'll be able to spend more time with her. So what I would say to all my friends here, that this is one ritual that everybody should do, that one should get up early in the morning, at least by 6:30 in the morning, because that would change a lot in life. If you have more time, you can do things properly, you'll become more proactive, you'll have more energy, the day will be more organized, and everything will fall into place, rather than getting up really late and running around like a mad person, thinking what all one have to do, and half of the things are incomplete. So I would suggest this to everybody here, that please try and get up early in the morning. This would help in a lot of ways, and this will help to make life more organized. So, this is what I wanted to share with all of you today. Thank you very much. Meet you soon again. Bye bye.